Man, I am super nervous. The patch notes just dropped. This is the emergency patch. I'm very worried and nervous, for obvious reasons, I think. If this doesn't have some really good stuff in, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's almost make or break, you know, like the communities, you know. Let's just go over it. Okay, I can't wait anymore. I can't wait anymore. Okay, let's see what they actually have for us. The fate of Tekken rests on this patch. Kind of, a little bit. Okay. So maintenance, yes. Impact of the update. The application of the update data will affect the following modes and features. Download replays, online replay, Super Ghost Battle. We already know this stuff. Ranked match, quick match. Adjusted matching specifications. Adjusted matching to make it easier to pair with opponents whose highest ranked character is closer to your own. As a result of this adjustment, it may take more time to find an appropriate opponent. What? I swear people are already struggling to find opponents. What? Okay. Yo, Taylor, what's up, dude? Bro, what? Which made matchmaking slower? That's the first thing we read. Okay. Okay, Tekken Ball, don't care. Playable characters. Fixes and balance adjustments to characters' moves. Please refer to the following link. Future direction. Okay. Okay, first one. Oh, I'm missing a first page. Okay, right. Okay, I was gonna say, where was all the like stuff about the system mechanics? Okay, my bad. Regarding the battle balance adjustment policy that we've already read in the previous video, if you're watching this on YouTube, the development team acknowledges that the following Season 2 update, the overall game balance has shifted too heavily towards offense. No shit. We sincerely apologize that the actual balance changes did not align with the development intentions and policy previously communicated to players. Well, I mean, it's a fancy way of saying you lied to us, but I get it. Okay. I think we appreciate the apology, to most of us anyway. We deeply regret not being able to address the improvements and adjustments that the community had hoped for. Moving forward, we are committing to distinguishing between issues that can be addressed quickly and issues that require more time and community feedback for proper review. We've already read this stuff. I think we've read all of this. Yes, we have. All of this overall direction stuff I already covered. If you're interested in that, go watch it on YouTube, but I'm gonna continue on here. Health gauge. Right. They actually pull this off, this might be the greatest comeback ever in the history of game. We'll see, we'll see. We can't get ahead of ourselves yet, Saber. Health gauge. This is a big one. The maximum health value has been increased from 180 to 200, so they increased it by 20. That's actually more than I thought they would do. But that makes sense. I mean, that's around, you know, it's predictable that they would increase it by that much, I guess. Accordingly, the threshold for activating Rage has also been raised. Since the Rage activation threshold is based on 23.5% of a character's total health, the increase in maximum health will change the Rage trigger point from 43 to 47. Makes sense? As a result of this change, Rage may now last slightly longer than before, and there may be more situations where it's harder to KO an opponent in Rage. Since this could lead to more frequent comeback scenarios, the baseline activation threshold of 23.5% is under review and may be adjusted in a future update. We get more Rage, okay. Note, this change does not apply to the following modes. Story, episode, Tekken Ball, who cares? Throw, okay. We should see, I'm expecting to see a reverse to the chip damage. In the previous update, adjustments were made to ensure that throws would still offer some advantage to the attacker. You're throwing them, bro! Like, that is the advantage, even if the throw was broken. Throws are broken, but not in the way they're describing. Based on the idea that throws are less effective against opponents who can react in tech after seeing the throw animation. They're saying it like it's easy. That shit is hard, man. It's really hard to throw break. It's harder than in Tekken 7. However, considering that throw breaking is a high-level technique reflecting a player's practice and reaction speed, it was deemed excessive to impose a penalty on the defender for successfully breaking a throw. You mean doing the defensive option you're supposed to do? Yeah. Yeah, it was ridiculous. Yeah. As previously announced, the following change has been implemented. A mechanic where the defender receives 5 recoverable damage upon a successful throw break has been removed. Thank God. Okay, heat engages. Okay, I just glanced at plus 17 to plus 9. Okay. Okay. After a hit, when transitioning into a running motion, the opponent's recovery time has been reduced by 8 frames, changing the frame advantage from plus 17 to plus 9. I'm in two minds about this, right? Plus 9. It's good that they reduced it, right? I half expect them to go to like plus 14. or even plus 15. But I'm glad they reduced it to plus 9. The problem with it still being that plus is, yes, you can jab them. They made it plus 9 instead of plus 10 so that you can jab interrupt, depending on what they do, right? Plus 17 was so ridiculous because even if they did like, I don't know, like they could do like a 20 frame move and you couldn't sidestep or anything. With it being plus 9, you'll be able to sidestep that move now. You'll be able to sidestep Kazuya's 443, CD4. Why is, okay, there we go. You'll be able to sidestep a lot of Kazuya's moves, a lot of characters that are very easily sidesteppable, or if they do like a high commitment, very slow move that's plus on block, but mid, like Brian's back 1, for example, you'll be able to step a plus 9. So that's good. Just bear in mind that the problem people had with King's 322 charge is it's plus 9, right? And it puts him into stance. It will be just like that, right? But obviously for some cards it's going to be much harder to deal with than others, right? So just bear that in mind, but I am really glad that they changed this. I'm not trying to take away from the fact they actually finally listened to us and changed the frames, because that is a big deal. That's huge. So I am really glad. Maybe in the future they can reduce it, maybe even by 1 or 2 frames to make it plus 7, but maybe that's me being spoiled and asking for too much. I mean, I'm a Tekken player and we are never happy. Notorious for never being happy. But I am actually super happy they changed this. Okay, that's good. So, heat engage is now plus 9 instead of plus 17. Great. Good change. Heat dash. Changed post-hit aerial combo damage scaling from 70% to 60%. Changed the recoverable damage in 70 to 60%, so they've got more scaling. Changed the recoverable damage inflicted when performing a heat dash after forcing the opponent to block a move from 7 to 2. Wow, so they nerfed the chip damage like crazy on that. Okay, that's really good, right? Because the 68%, yeah, that's a huge reduction. Just think about like the moves that people heat dash out of, like on block. Kazuya's down back 1-2. Kuma's while running 1+2. Like Alice's chainsaw thingy that she does, like that really famous string that she does, where it just does an immense amount of chip damage. That's going to affect that a lot, so that's going to be good. Yeah, so big nerf to chip damage from a heat dash. That's a huge nerf. That's good. Due to this change in aerial combo scaling, a discrepancy has been identified between some sample combos and actual combo damage. A discrepancy has been identified between some sample combos and actual combo damage. I don't know what that means. We'll have to see with the actual game when people find that out. I don't know what that means. Moving on. But at least they say they will address it in a future update, but who knows when that's going to be. Chip damage. Okay. To reduce chip damage on block, the following adjustments have been made. Moves that do not normally deal chip damage to lessen the... Moves that do not normally deal chip damage. To lessen the additional chip damage applied during heat, the chip damage scaling has been changed from 25 to 20%. So they... Okay. Oh, the moves that normally deal chip damage. Right, I gotcha. Okay, say they nerfed it a little bit. As a result, chip damage from blocking heat smash attacks has been lowered overall. Oh, okay. Okay, that makes sense. So Kuma's heat smash, Jin's heat smash, they're all going to be like 5% lower chip damage. So if that's 20% less chip damage, right? No, it's like a bit less than 20% chip damage reduction. 25 to 20%. If anybody's good at maths, you know what I mean. Or you can work it out better than I can anyway. But it's a good reduction. Moves that deal chip damage by default. Adjustments are made so that no additional chip damage is applied during heat for these moves. Moves whose properties change in heat, or moves that deal increased chip damage due to character-specific heat system. Due to the revised chip damage calculations, some moves were exhibiting excessive variance in chip damage. Balance adjustments have been made accordingly. Great. I'm expecting Clive, Alisa, Kuma. There'll be characters that this affects. Key charge. No way, they reverted it. Hang on. In the previous update, adjustments were made to reduce the overwhelming impact of counter-hit based offense. However, it has since been determined that combining charge attacks with elements like Rage or stage gimmicks can lead to excessive potential match-ending damage in a single hit. Really? Like, I don't know how you couldn't see that coming. Like, Paulus had Death Fist for... Okay, anyway, they changed it. Okay, Paulus had Death Fist for so long. Like, how can you not see that that could be a problem? As such, further rebalancing has been implemented. When a charged attack hits an opponent, the damage scaling on the first hit has been changed from... When a charged attack hits the opponent, damage scaling on the first hit has been changed from 150 to 110. Oh, that's because... Oh, okay. So they didn't... Oh my god, okay. I'm not going to complain too much, but this seems kind of lazy, in my opinion. Just revert the change, and then work on the fucking moves that were causing the issue with counter hit in the first place. Like, they want to nerf Hwoarang's flappy kicks. Nerf that move from Hwoarang, instead of just making a sweeping change to a legacy thing. I mean, it doesn't affect me. I never bloody used the key charge anyway to, like, set up. But it was kind of cool, especially in tournament, if you see someone use a key charge setup. It's kind of cool. And it's, like, creative expression, right? But, you know, they want to keep this. Fair enough. At least we got a nerf to it. Moves that induce wall stagger. Okay. In future Tekken 8 updates, the development team is committed to minimizing situations that lead to one-sided exchanges. I hope so. Among these, moves that trigger a wall stagger on block were a particular concern. Such moves could easily create extreme advantage, plus 10 frames or more, when used near the wall, forcing the defending player into powerful mix-up situations without any opportunity to respond. To reduce these kinds of one-sided scenarios, the team has reviewed all wall stagger on block moves across all characters. Really? Any move that previously created an advantage of plus 10 or greater on block will no longer trigger a wall stagger when blocked. Oh shit! That's really fucking good, man. Personally, I hated wall stagger. I thought it was so stupid. Wall stagger was implemented in Tekken 7, right? The new tactics or whatever it's called. You also have Jinzo. So you can't forward hold 3 hold with Brian. No, you can't. Get your 2D mechanic. I'm actually really glad about this. I know that this, you might consider this a legacy, what the fuck is it called? A legacy thing, right? Why can't I think of the word? Cardio Instant 2, yeah, bro. I'm really glad about that. So it's, okay, so, first of all, wall stagger, correct me if I'm wrong, that's the end of Tekken 7, yeah. That was the new tactics, if I remember correctly. Okay, so, first of all, it's not a legacy thing, really. I don't really count it as legacy. But, wall stagger is not completely gone, by the way, because some moves are actually, some moves aren't plus 10, and they induce a wall stagger if they're near the wall, right? So, they're not completely gone. So just get that, don't get it twisted, right? They're not all gone. I'm pretty sure. If I'm reading this correctly, they're not all gone. You have to look at character notes to see what you removed. Yeah, I guess we'll see. It's just worded in a way that it's not super clear. It says such moves could easily create extreme advantage plus 10 or more. And it says plus 10 here, so it might actually be completely gone. No specific effective moves are listed in the character by character adjustment details. Cool. Throw break. Fix an issue where certain input combinations allow players to break throws that should only be breakable with either 1 or 2. Only. Effectively enabling breaks for both type of throws. Hope they're not talking about the tech that people used to use against Marduk. But we'll see. Yo, PGF, what up, dude? There's some good stuff in here, man, I gotta say. Like, the wall stagger stuff is... I'm pleasantly surprised by that. And the chip damage is good. Heat dash is good. Heat engages... good enough. Plus 17 to plus 9 is good enough, right? I'm not gonna act like super spoiled about that. I'm happy with that change. Also, I didn't even talk about parries with the heat engages. Like, people will be able to parry moves a lot better now. Or power crush, you know. Or rage art, you know. There's gonna be those things to think about as well, rather than just like sidestepping. Okay, right, that's the first page done. Oh my god, bro. You guys are gonna have to help me with some of this because I don't know some of these input, like, I know the moves, but I don't know the inputs, so. I already spoke, well, I guess I'll just do this part again. In update 2.00.02, Anna received both bug fixes and adjustments to certain moves, specifically for heat moves involving 3 consecutive shots from Lovely Tom. 1-2-1-2, and while running 3-2, the return was deemed excessively high near the wall. The opponent's behavior on hit and block has been adjusted. Okay, additionally, considering the ongoing balance direction for reducing chip damage in future updates, the amount of chip damage dealt during weakened state has also been reduced accordingly. 1-2-1-2, and during heat 1-2-1-2, adjusted the opponent's behavior on final hit so that it no longer triggers wall splat. Great. Because that is, again. Okay, cool. No wall splat, good nerf. Fix an issue where a projectile will not fly straight forward and can unintentionally hit opponents' positions to the side or behind. So they nerfed the tracking. Cool. Nothing but nerfs. Damn it, you guys are getting me excited. Okay. During Chaos Judgment, 3-2. During Heat and Chaos Judgment, 3-2. Adjust the opponent's behavior on final hits that no longer triggers wall splat. Nice! Fix an issue where a projectile would not fly straight forward and could unintentionally hit opponents' position to the side or behind. Nerf to tracking. While running 3-2. Is that the slide? Yeah, that's the slide, right? Adjust the opponent's behavior on final hit so that it no longer triggers wall splat. Damn, okay. Wall splat nerves. Okay. Jesus, okay. 1-2-1-2. While running 3-2. And then Chaos Judgment 3-2. In line with overall adjustment policy, change the move so that it no longer triggers a wall stun when blocked by the opponent. Okay. Another nerf to wall splat. Holy shit, bro. Fragile. Balance. Reduce the additional chip damage applied when blocking moves against opponents in a weakened state. Yeah, we already knew this was coming from the other pit, the last page we read. During Chaos Judgment 2-1, fix an issue where heat dashes could be performed after whiffing in specific situations. There's no way that... I didn't even know that was a thing. Okay. While standing, 1-2. 1+2. Fix a bug where multi-hitting attacks with Power Crush properties would sometimes fail to be absorbed completely, resulting in the player being hit. Okay, cool. That's a nerf. Slap reversal. This shit was so funny, man. Back 2 on hit, opponent's inputs 2-2. I think it was a plink, wasn't it? You had to do. Fix an issue where an action could be that should have been exclusive to certain characters could unintentionally be performed by all characters. Fix a bug where unintended moves could be triggered by specific command inputs. Yeah, this was the crazy bug that allowed any character to do the slap reversal and then go into a stance, right? They could go into a stance from it. Or did they actually do the slap, or they went straight into the move that went into stance? And then they could change stances, so they could stay with all of Anna's moves. That shit was so funny. And they could rage art with Anna's rage art and look super janky. Right, okay. During pleasure time 4, change the opponent's behavior on hit to make them stand up facing forward. This change was made because the long period of unrecoverable time allowed for unblockable situations with sidesteps and axis shifting attacks. So that's like infinite. They're talking about an infinite, I'm guessing. Adjusted the collision on hit to reduce instances of characters swapping positions near the wall. Okay, cool. Asuka. During Naniwa Gusto, while running 1+2 and down back 1+2, in accordance with the overall balance adjustments, the move no longer induces wall stagger when blocked by the opponent. Okay. Are these the charge moves? These aren't the charge moves, right? Because she has... Yeah, these aren't the charge moves. While running 1+2. What's up while running 1+2? Okay, but I see a nerf, so I'm happy. Brian. Please just take out Snake Eyes full crouch down forward 3. Take it out, bro. Just take it out. Brian doesn't have... He doesn't have that. That is not Brian. He doesn't have that shit. Okay. In version 2.00.02, Brian received a follow-up adjustment to the new move added in Season 2. Neo Grim Reaper during Snake Eyes while crouching, full crouch down for 3. Okay. While Neo Grim Reaper offers high reward on hit, it came with very low risk when blocked. Yeah. No shit, bro. Despite being a low attack. Yeah. -12. Wall splatting counter hit. As a result, the move became extremely useful during Snake Eyes activation or during heat, overshadowing other options. This led to a noticeable reduction in gameplay variety and player individuality. Yeah. No longer would you have to like commit to a high execution taunt back 4 at the wall. You could do something that's actually less risky because it's quicker. You could end your combo, go into full crouch, and then either do Fisherman Slam while stunning 2, or do the hatchet, which gives you +7 on hit and it's -12. And counter hit wall splats. Okay, taking these points into account, we've decided to implement a preemptive adjustment to Brian's performance as part of a broader balance direction plan for future updates. So they're gonna band-aid Brian, I'm assuming. Okay, during Snake Eyes full crouchdown for 3. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 1 frame, so it's changed from -12 to -13. And consumption of heat to -300. Just so the counter hit no longer triggers a wall. Okay, so no longer counter hit. That's not enough though. I'm telling you, that is not enough. That move is still going to be absurdly good. It's too fast. Bro, it's +7 on hit. Hatchet isn't +7 on hit, and it's slower. Kaz can now launch it at least. That's true. Yosop Sensei. I don't think this will cut it, Chief. Well, the Brian thing, no. There's no way. Like, that's too strong still. It shouldn't be. He shouldn't have it. He just shouldn't have it. I love Brian. I play Brian. In Season 1, I got Brian to Tekken God. Like, I know the character well enough to know this is complete... Like, he just shouldn't have this move. But, you know, he's already got the move, so they're not going to take it out. I get that. I get that. But still. Oh, my God. So he shouldn't have it, but I get they're not going to remove it. So, okay, I'll take the 1 frame nerf. And no longer wall splat. That's good. During Snake Eyes, forward 1+2. Oh, that's the parry, right? Successful attack reversal, forward 3 hold. Are they going to be wall stun? In accordance with overall adjustment policy, wall stagger is no longer triggered on block. Yeah, okay, cool. You'll stop take on. Preemptive change, so more plan. Yeah, I get that. I get that. He just shouldn't have it. I'm just frustrated they even put that in the game in the first place. He just shouldn't have that move. Like Brian. Like, who would have thought of that? But anyway, I digress. Right, Claudio. This is while running 1+2. No wall stagger, no longer triggered on block. Great. But where's Claudio's just forward, just while running 2? It says during Starburst, while running 1+2. While running 2 is still gonna wall stun. Okay. So they're not completely taking it out. He was never running 2 though, right? Oh no, you're right. It never used a wall stagger. It never used a wall stun. Wall stagger. Holy shit, bro. Yeah, you're right, You're right. I'm tripping. Right, Clive. I'm expecting to see a lot of fucking nerfs to Clive. This character is... Bro. Okay. In version 2.00.02, Clive received behavior fixes along with rebalancing of the new Season 2 move, Staff of Judgment. Forward 1+2. Bro, that move, it was... So, when I saw that, I was like, what? +4 mid on block. And 1 counter hit gives you 60 damage. Okay, anyway. Staff of Judgment had long reach, allowing Clive to maintain offensive pressure even when blocked, and yielded high reward on counter hit. As a result, it diminished the utility of other moves and led to a reduction in gameplay diversity and individuality. Taking these points into consideration, we have decided to implement a preliminary adjustment to Clive's performance, in line with the broader balancing direction planned for future updates. Okay, let's see what they do. Forward 1+2, reduce the damage on counter hit from 60 to 50. Okay, I'll take the 10. I'll take the 10 damage now. The opponent's recovery time with blocking has been reduced by 1 frame, so it's now +3 instead of +4. It shouldn't even be plus, but okay. Chip damage is now 2 from 6. Okay, I'll take it. During heat, that is heat smash. Wall stagger is no longer triggered on block. Great, okay. Clive 1. Fixing issue where inputting forward followed by 1 while running would prevent follow-up moves from being executed. Okay, the bug fix. Right, that's all they did to Clive? Oh my god. Damn, Clive literally got a slap on the wrist, bro. He still has Scorpion move. He still has Scorpion get over here. He still has arguably the most insane heat moves. Forward 1+2 is still probably the best move. It's still probably going to be used as much as it was. Like, bro, he got away with fucking murder, I gotta say. Like, what the fuck? Like, what are you doing with Clive? Yeah, Clive might be top 1, depending on what they do to Jack, Paul, and King. But yeah. Yeah, this... Clive got away with fucking murder. Right, Devil Jin. Down back 1+2 charge. In accordance with the overall adjustment policy, Wall Stagger is no longer triggered on block. Okay, cool. That's actually pretty big nerf to Devil Jin, just that one nerf. Because that nerfs his setup a little bit. You can still do that setup, but Okay, Eddie. During heat, that's heat smash, and then course to go forward 4, up 4. Surprise heat hell sweep didn't get changed. I was expecting them to change something like that with Double Jim, but to be honest, I was expecting them to change down forward 1 2 and down forward 1 4 because that he doesn't need the mid. But anyway, Eddie, wall stagger no longer triggered on block. Up forward 3+4. Adjusted opponent behavior when the first attack hits a down opponent. This fix addresses the issue where unintended combos were possible against certain characters. Right, okay. Eddie at the start of the round fixed an issue where unintended bug fix. Down 3. Change the opponent's behavior to make them stand up facing forward. This change was made because the long period of unrecoverable time allowed for unblockable situations with side steps and axis shifting attacks. Adjusted the collision on hit to reduce instances of characters swapping positions near the walls. I don't know anything about that, but Feng, heat smash, and then we have 3, 1+2. Oh yeah, and then forward 1+2. They're charged with the stagger. Yeah, wall stagger is no longer triggered on block. Okay, cool. That's pretty good. That's pretty big. Heihachi, that'll be wall stagger, CD3. In accordance with overall adjustment policy, wall stagger is no longer triggered. Nice. Hwoarang, down 3+4. Change the opponent's behavior on hit to make them stand up facing forward. This is because unblockable situations with side steps and axis shifting attacks. Okay, cool. Adjusted the collision on hit to reduce instances of characters swapping their position near walls. Okay. Jack 8. Okay, let's see what they do to Jack. In version 2.00.02, Jack 8 received behavior fixes as well as a rebalancing of the new Season 2 move, Make Some Noise. Wow, no shit. During Gamma Howl, up forward 1+2. Make Some Noise could be performed as a follow-up from Jack 8's close range core move. 2-1, allowing him to easily create a highly advantageous situation simply by forcing the opponent to block. From 10 frames, yeah. This made it difficult to counter. Well, made it almost impossible to counter. Well, it's not impossible, but he shouldn't have that from a 10 frame move. Enabling Jack 8 to apply strong offense pressure with minimal risk. Additionally, the move proved excessively powerful in terms of both combo damage and chip damage, prompting a need for rebalancing. Taking these factors into account, a preemptive adjustment has been implemented for Jack 8 to scale back the performance of the move in line with the broader balance policy planned for future updates. 2-1 up forward 1+2, while on full crouch down forward 3+4 up forward 1+2, and during Gamma Howl up forward 1+2. Does this all make some noise? Chip damage changed from 30 to 20. Bro, he shouldn't even do 20. The chip damage on block has been changed from... Oh, sorry, damage changed from 30 to 20. Cool. The chip damage on block has been changed from 12 to 4. Okay, cool. The opponent's recovery time when blocking has been reduced by 3 frames. The advantage on block has been changed from +8 to +5. If they're going to do something like this, it should be like +2 at the max. But I don't know the character very well. And he's in stance, so I don't know what. I don't know. But he's doing it from a 10 frame jab. So it's like, attack hitbox has been reduced to mitigate the unintended occurrence of hitting opponents who are behind you. Right. 2-1 forward 1+2. Oh, hang on. Corrected an issue where the third input in the sequence could be executed 5 frames earlier than intended. Okay, so there is a lot more counterplay to this now. But he just, in my opinion, he just shouldn't have that move. From a 10 frame jab. Like, I don't know. It is what it is, I guess. During heat up forward 3. Fix an issue in practice where the CPU... Okay. Corrected the bug where the combo counter incorrectly displayed a continued combo follow-up. Following up a knockdown with an attack during a timing that could be avoided with an ukemi and should not have resulted in a true combo. Wait, is this the fucking jump thing that he does? The combo? Isn't that a real combo or is it not a real combo? Okay, anyway. That's Jack 8. I mean... I don't know, man. Maybe I'm just super pessimistic, but... We'll see. We haven't finished yet. Clive got away with fucking murder, I gotta say. He got away with absolute murder. Okay. Jin. Bro, so Jin, I'm expecting to see a nerf to his Hwoarang 3. Because that is... Bro. Like, what are we playing right now? Okay. Version 2.00.02, Jin received a rebalancing of the Zanshin stance, which was previously enhanced in Season 2. As a result of the adjustments in version 2, during Zanshin 2 and during Zanshin 4 became major contributors to excessive combo damage. Okay, they're nerfing his combos. Additionally, the newly introduced Hwoarang 3 hold forward into Zenshin in Season 2 granted Jin exceptionally strong offense continually, I think they mean, near the wall, enabling him to force one-sided pressure on opponents without reprieve. I don't fucking know. Taking these points into consideration, adjustments to Jin's performance have been implemented ahead of future updates, in line with overall balancing direction. Okay, so they're implying that they're going to adjust him more in future updates. This match is obviously hobbled together, I mean, kind of. We'll see what happens though. While running 3, hold forward. The timing of move can be performed after transitioning into Zen has been delayed by 6 frames, and the frame advantage on block has been adjusted from +12 to +6. Okay, cool. That's a big nerf. Okay, that changes that move a lot. Okay, cool. Yeah, that sounds fair to me. So I'm thinking about it. When he goes into stance, he can do. He can do CD1 from his stance, or can he do? Yeah, because I'm just thinking. He does it electric. Nah, I'm tripping. He can do electric from his stance, can't he? You just hold forward, right? Hold down forward. Zen 2. Damage changed from 25 to 20. Cool. Damage reduction. Zan 4. That's dive kick. The opponent's behavior on down hit has been reverted to the pre-version 2 state to prevent follow-up attacks from connecting. So this is when Jin does a combo, ends with the dive kick, and does down 2 when they're grounded to punch him on the floor. Now he won't be able to do that. They'll be able to get up in time now. Okay, so that's good. That nerfs is so these two things. My mouse showing, yeah. These two things. These nerf his combo damage. Yeah. Okay, so during Zen 3+4, and during Heat. Oh, Heat Smash. According to the overall adjustment policy, wall stagger is no longer triggered. Oh yeah, Zen 3+4 is the fucking the horizontal kick that he does from Zen. Okay, cool. So no wall stagger. That's a big deal, actually. That's going to affect him a lot. And then we got down forward 2, 4. Oh, that's the other strong air tailspin that he has. Expanded the hurt box, alleviating situations where certain attacks would whiff. So they want you to use this one for combos now, I'm guessing. Okay. That's some good changes to Jin. That's some good changes. Jun. Doesn't she have like a full screen thing now? In version 2.00.02, Jun received a rebalancing of her Izumo stance related moves that were previously strengthened in Season 2. Before Season 2, Jun's Izumo stance had limited effectiveness in breaking standing block, making it a situational and underutilized option. Yeah, because Jun's a defensive character. Like, bro, what? To address this, various enhancements were introduced in version 2. However, these changes unintentionally pushed the stance's strength beyond intended levels, creating balance issues. Key factors contributing to the stance's excessive strength. Startup of the low attack during Izumo 4-1 was sped up in volume in version 2, making it nearly impossible to block on reaction, and difficult to evade even with sidesteps, resulting in an overwhelmingly strong move. The mid attack during Izumo 3 already had moderate tracking against sidesteps, and with only a few options, Jun could consistently beat defensive choices with minimal risk. New Season 2 move Yakumadachi during Mieri, I don't know how to say that, 1+2 was highly powerful, enabling Jun to force her Izumo offense onto opponents with little counterplay. Due to these factors, Jun was able to repeatedly pressure opponents from Izumo stance in ways that left little room for effective counterplay. In light of the overall game balance direction, we've implemented early adjustments to tone down her performance. Okay, with these changes, our aim is to preserve the core strength of Izumo while making it more manageable for opponents to respond. More balanced mind games. Okay, cool. 1-2-2. That goes into stance, right? Up 2 and forwards 3-2. Reduce the recovery time inflicted on opponent by 2 frames. Advantage on block has been changed from +6 to +4. Okay, cool. So just nerf 3 moves there. Okay, cool. Izumo 3. I don't know how +4 affects stuff because I don't know what stance moves are, like frame-wise. Izumo 3, the downward hitbox of the first attack has been reduced, making it easier to sidestep. Cool, reduced tracking, love that. Izumo 4, tracking performance has been reduced, nice. Size of the attack has been changed from 19 to 20 to 19 frames. Okay. With the above adjustment, when Jin uses this move from a +4 situation, the opponent can more easily evade it by sidestepping to the right. Cool. Mieri 1+2, reduce the recovery time inflicted on the opponent by 2 frames. An advantage has been changed from +6 to +4. Nice. The behavior on counter hit has been aligned with that of normal hits. Oh, okay. What is Mieri 1+2? Does anybody know? Because I actually don't know. This might be a much bigger deal than I'm making out. Might be a much bigger... It might be a much bigger deal than I'm making out. Oh my god, bro. I'm speaking for too long. During Izumo 4, expanded the hurt box. It's a tracking move. Yeah, I know it's a tracking move, but like, is it a full screen plus on block mid? Oh wait, it's the fucking laser, isn't it? It's the laser that she does, right? It's super fast. Unless I'm tripping. I don't fucking know. I don't know after the bad Jun. Expanded the hurt box, leaving situations where certain attacks would whiff. Okay. Cool. Kazuya. Down forward 3, 2, 1. That'd be the wall stagger, right? Wall stagger is no longer triggered on block. I'm fine with that as a Kazuya main, I guess. King. Oh my god, I'm expecting to see... Bro, I'm expecting to see some fucking nerfs with this character, man. In version 2.00.02, King received behavioral fixes along with a rebalancing of his Season 2 added move, Stampede Crush 322. Stampede Crash has proven to be a highly versatile in regular match play, with its third hit when held enabling powerful offensive pressure via a transition into Jaguar Sprint. Additionally, it became a particularly dominant tool in wall combos. It became the wall combo, yeah. Why would you use anything else? Allowing players to repeatedly apply this strong offense after launching opponents into the wall. Taking these points into account, King has received a preemptive balance adjustment in line with the broader update policy, aiming to scale back the move strength ahead of further updates. I feel like they're being too worried about just like gutting certain like moves and shit like that. They should be a bit braver, I think, in my opinion. They need to be a bit braver with these nerfs. But I'm just glad they're moving in this direction again. And I don't think they're going to take their foot off the gas this time, because they've seen the effect it's had. So anyway, 322, the second hit no longer connects as a natural combo after the first hit lands. Cool. The hitbox of the third attack has been... Yeah, I thought they would do this. Hitbox of the third hit has been reduced, making it harder to connect against opponents in the down state. Okay. I would have liked them to reduce the tracking. 322 hold. Reduce the tracking... Okay. Reduce the tracking ability of the third hit. Reduce the hitbox of the third hit, making it harder to connect against opponents in a down state. Okay, cool. This is laying the foundation patch from May and beyond. Yes, true. Yeah, that's true. During Jaguar Sprint 3 powered up version. Oh yeah, okay. In accordance with the overall adjustment policy, wall stagger is no longer triggered. Nice. Down back 1+2 2. Fixing the issue where the recoverable gauge would not regenerate after transitioning to Jaguar Sprint with 3+4 for heat activation animation. Cool. Approach opponent during Jaguar step 1+3 and 2+4. Fixing the issue where transitioning to Jaguar step with back 3+4 would incorrectly trigger the move with the wrong command. Yeah, it's a bug fix. So King got... Okay, so they nerfed that move basically. And he's got an indirect nerf to throws, right? But, right, what I would have liked is for them to remove the fucking homing on Giant Swing and Shining Wizard in Heat. He doesn't need a fucking homing. That is the point of the character. It's the point is that you're supposed to step his throws. And then, oh, you're stepping, I'll hit you with forward 4, which is a safe mid on block. Homing. Safe homing mid on block. That's what you're supposed to do against King. And he already has, like, generic homing throws anyway. So, like every character. I would have liked them to get rid of... when he lands a throw in Heat, he gains his Heat bar back as well. So... I'm glad they nerfed 322. Yeah, he's still going to be really tough to play against. Even with that nerf to that, like, God move that he had. Because 322 is basically a God move. Because, you know, it's still +9, bro. 322 is still +9. I hope in the future patch they nerf him a lot more. But, you know, whatever. Kuma Panda, while standing 1-2, hold max. Oh, yeah. And it comes with the overall adjustment policy, wall stagger. Nice. Kuma during heat smash. No wall stagger. Nice. During hunting, 3+4. Is that the power crush? Facing an issue where the opponent's behavior upon activating heat dash during an airborne hit did not match the intended behavior. Oh, I remember this. What did they do with it? Power crush from stance. Yeah. So what did they do? What was the bug that they had? Could you heat dash? No, you're supposed to be able to heat dash from that, right? Oh, heat dash could be one heat activation during airborne hit did not match the intended behavior. Okay, whatever. It's a bug fix. Core circle forward 2-1. Facing the issue where the heat dash could be activated on whiff under certain conditions. Okay. And then heat smash. Fixed a bug where damage scaling and knockback distance were being reset on hit. Oh, yeah. He could do a combo, get you to a wall break, do the fucking heat smash, and then it will reset the fucking scaling and knockback distance. That was crazy, man. Okay, so they fixed that. Due to this fix, discrepancies between certain sample combos and actual combo damage have been identified. This issue is scheduled to be corrected in a future update. Panda during heat. Down back 1+3 or 2+4. Facing the issue where the opponent's ability to act after being hit was delayed by 1 frame longer than intended. Okay, cool. Lars. Dynamic entry 2. Damage chain. Damage nerf. Silent entry 4. Damage nerf. Down back 2-3 hold. No wall stagger anymore. Limited entry 1. Change the opponent's behavior on hit and adjusted frame advantage from +26 to +4. Okay, cool. Is that where you could get the he does 3 and then goes into limited entry and does wasn't that the unblockable launcher? Well, it's not unblockable, but didn't he get a guaranteed launcher from something? Oh no, that's the one down here. So this is completely different. Limited entry 1. So being +26, it's now +4. Cool. Oh, I need +26, bro. I can't believe it was that. Down forward 1-1. Hold down. Fixing the issue where heat timer will not recover when transitioning to dynamic entry. While running 1. Fixing the issue where the heat timer will not recover when transitioning to silent entry. Dynamic entry, silent entry, and limited entry. Fixing the issue where the remaining heat timer will not recover depending on timing of inputting a follow-up move. Okay, whatever. Down forward 3, hold down. Fixing the issue where inputting down forward 3, hold down 1+2 would unintentionally cause a dynamic entry 1+2 to combo after a down forward 3 hit. Yeah, this is what I was talking about. Okay, so they nerfed that. Well, they fixed that. Okay. Law. Right, what are they going to do into law? 3+4, 4. Oh, these are wall staggers. So forward, DSS forward 4 and the perfect input. Yeah, no wall stagger on these. Okay, cool. Down forward 3, 2. Oh no, sorry. That wasn't the only thing for law. I was going to say, law doesn't have a down forward 3, 2. Okay, so law got slap on the wrist. That's fine. He wasn't like a huge... His nunchucks are kind of crazy, but... Okay, anyway, Lee. Down forward 3-2-3. And during Hitman 1-1-1. Fix an issue where the heat dash could be triggered on whiff under certain conditions. Bro. Oh my god. As a Lee player, I am so disappointed they didn't do anything else to Lee. Bro. His heat engages are so bad, dude. Man, Lee got really gutted, you know. They shadow nerfed a ton of his shit as well. Like, he doesn't, like, some of this stuff, like, his wall combos with, like, man. I thought he was super fun to play in Season 1. Like, in Season 2, he's just, like, he's really janky to play. He doesn't work properly as a character. He just doesn't work properly. Leo, during Fobu 3. In accordance with overall adjustment policy, wall stagger is no longer triggered on block. Oh, that's the high homing, right? During lightning glare, forward 2-4-3, hold down. The consumption of remaining heat changed from -120 to -240. To address inconsistency in heat timer consumption when returning to a standing position with forward 2-4-3, the heat timer was reduced by -240. Whereas transitioning to Fobu with forward 243, hold down, only consumes minus 120. This fix aims to standardize that behavior. Wow, they didn't adjust Leo's like really cheap low that he's got now. Lydia, 1+2 hold during horse stance, 3+4. In accordance with overall adjustment policy, no wall stagger. Lily, up forward, no wall stagger, yes. Nina, slap reversal. This action was originally intended to be performed only by certain characters, but it was unintentionally available to all characters, so it has been fixed. Paul, during heat, 1+2 hold. Quarter circle back, 3-1, down, 1-2 hold during deep dive. Yeah, okay, no wall stagger for those moves. Forward 2 during hit from front, down forward. Fix an issue where the amount of recoverable gauge restored was lower than intended when transitioning to deep dive with down forward during heat activation. Okay, forward 1+2, down forward, hold, and yeah, okay. Fix an issue where performing specific inputs after forcing the opponent to block result in a guaranteed follow-up attack. Yes, this is the forward 1+2 into while standing 4. Oh no, could you get while standing 2-3? Could you get while standing 2-3 with that as well? If you did it like frame perfect, or frame tight at least. Anyway, they fixed it, thank God. Okay, Reina. During heat, 3-4-4. Adjusted an issue where in specific situations such as near walls, moves would often whiff mid animation. During heat, down 1+2. Fix an issue where the incorrect damage scaling on airborne hits was causing higher than intended combo damage. Okay, so they nerfed her combo ender at the wall, because that was absurd, down to the wall. Shaheen, during stealth step, down forward 1-3. Fix an issue where heat dash could be triggered on whiff. Shaheen, down 1. Change opponent's behavior on hit to make them stand up facing forward. This change was made because the long period of unrecoverable time allowed for unblockable situations with side steps and axis shifting attacks. Okay, cool. Adjusted the collision on hits to reduce instances of characters swapping positions near walls. Cool. Xiaoyu, during Hypnotist 2, take 3 steps or more. This is, and then forward 4, and then forward 3+4, 3+4. No wall stagger, yes, no wall stagger. Yoshimitsu, during Kincho forward 2, no wall stagger. Zafina, Scarecrow, back 1+2. Change the opponent's behavior on hit to make them stand up facing forward. Change was made because of the long period of unrecoverable time, unblockable situations, yada yada yada, since before, and no. Adjusted the collision on hit to reduce instances of characters swapping positions to the wall. Okay. Is that it? Is that everything? And then bug fixes. Fixing this issue on PS5. Fixing an issue where it's possible to modify individual settings as the tournament settings for default and presets 1-3. It's just VSync stuff. Okay. If you think about it, they did a lot in 2 weeks. I can't say they didn't. They're clearly working a lot. I'm not giving them any benefit of the doubt anymore. I'm just saying what happened. Because I'm done with giving them the benefit of the doubt. I gave a year of benefit of the doubt, and I was super disappointed with during the Tekken Talk live and everything. But in 2 weeks, they have actually done quite a bit. Like, this first section is good. Like, the heat engager change, they reverted the throw rate change, heat dash, chip damage. They changed key charge a little bit, and the wall stagger change is probably my favorite thing. No more wall stagger. Super happy with that. So I'm happy with that. Some of the characters, I'm happy with the changes, but overall, they have a lot of work to do. Like, they have a lot of work to do. It's definitely not good enough, Sensei. But could it have been good enough after the release of Season 2? Ask yourself that. Like, was it ever gonna be good enough? Like, I agree it's not good enough. But in reality, it's going to take longer than 2 weeks to be able to... if they don't revert the patch, it's always going to take longer than 2 weeks to fix everything they fucked up, admittedly. It's going to take longer than 2 weeks to fix everything that they put in the game, right? I get that it's their fault, and it's 100% on them to fix it. Realistically, in 2 weeks, like, this is more than I expected, to be honest. My faith was wearing thin with them. This is more than I expected, basically. Again, like I said, I agree it's not enough, but realistically, they did more than I expected. Like, it's been 2 weeks, so there is some good stuff in here. but some characters got away with fucking murder. And I do feel like this patch is basically a band-aid to what we're going to see in the future, hopefully. Where, like, you see, like, here with Brian, can you see my mouse? Here with Brian, during Snake Eyes, full crouch down forward 3, they changed it by 1 frame, and adjusted the heat, and adjusted the counter hit. That's not enough for that move. That move should literally just be taken out. But I feel like, because they've added moves in, they're scared of taking them out. They're scared of changing too much, like making a knee-jerk reaction, but, like, they need to. I'm seeing a lot of good, like, downward arrows, but they're getting too scared to, like, actually fix the game properly. It's about the properties of the moves. Like, the homing moves are the biggest issue, and they didn't address it. Like, why is Kazuya's, up forward 1 and, sidestep 1+2, why has that not been adjusted? I mean, they weren't egregious, but he shouldn't Kazuya shouldn't have those. King shouldn't have, like, 3-2-2 shouldn't be +9. Like, and also, Paul's down forward 1, Paul's deep dive down forward 1, bro. What about Zafuna's back 1? Yeah, the homing shit, like, is a big deal. The homing shit is a massive deal. I don't know what they're gonna do, but in my opinion, they need to just change all of those homing moves and make them not homing. They should have to make them not homing, and it'd be good enough. I'd be happy with that. Because they say there's a lot in here that's like, we've reduced the tracking in this way. You can step this, you can step this. But it's like, if those characters, those moves are still homing and they're still plus on block, like, when are you actually stepping other than just completely guessing that you're going to do a linear move? People, you like to use the argument, yeah, but you're making a read by stepping, whereas actually, like, there is such a thing as, like, safe defense, where you're sidestepping a certain way, at a certain timing, to cover a lot of different options your opponent can throw at you. So it's like safe defense. You're covering a load of different options by sidestepping, or like fuzzy sidestep fuzzy, like sidestep duck, and then sidestep fuzzy duck, right? Like you can do with Kazuya, right? He does immediate timing hell sweep or forward 3, or even electric. You can sidewalk all of them. Then he's like, okay, I'm gonna do a dash electric, or I'm gonna do a dash move, right? So he does a dash move. You do sidewalk left, duck, right? Then he tries to go for the mid, but you can fuzzy duck so you can get back up before the forward 3 or forward 4 hits you, right? This stuff is being removed at a very alarming rate, and although some of these changes are good, there has been very little in these patch notes to preserve that kind of like layered mind gamed oriented gameplay, which is the interesting thing about defense in Tekken, which I think separates Tekken from a lot of other games as well. But anyway, I've rambled on for long enough. Yeah, I have mixed feelings actually. I'm in two minds. I like the direction they're going, but the absence of the talking about the homing moves is quite worrying. Since this game is like, we want you to sidestep, but they're not talking about the homing moves in this patch. Honestly, all those fucking homing moves, I think you should just take them all out. That's what I actually think. They should take them all out, and we'd be fine. They should just take them out, and nothing would be fine. But they're not going to do that. So in that case, make them linear as fuck. Just take off the homing and make them linear. That's the big like elephant in the room in these patch notes. They've like left unspoken. Like, but anyway, I've rambled on long enough. If you liked the video, leave a like, and if you're new here and you want to subscribe, hit the subscribe button down below. That's going to be it from me. Tell me what you think about Tekken and its future in the comments. I'll be interested to see what you guys think after reading these patch notes yourself or watching this video. That's going to be it from me. Take it easy, guys, and I will see you in the next one.